The cryptocurrency market is about to get crazy. Just in last night's 60-minute interview, Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell admits that, quote, in the long run, the U.S. is on an unsustainable fiscal path. The debt is growing faster than the economy. The reporter chimes in, well, I have a sense that that worries you very much. Jerome Powell goes, over the long run, of course it does. Listen.
Another economic hangover after the pandemic is a sharp increase in the national debt. 30 years from now, it is projected to be $144 trillion, or $1 million per household. Is the national debt a danger to the economy, in your view?
In the long run, the U.S. is on an unsustainable fiscal path. The U.S. federal government's on an unsustainable fiscal path, and that just means that the debt is growing faster than the economy.
I have the sense this worries you very much.
Over the long run, of course it does. You know, we're borrowing from future generations. It's time for us to get back to putting a priority on fiscal sustainability, and sooner is better than later.
Bitcoin and other investable crypto assets is a hedge against this. Bitcoin fixes this. Bitcoin looks bullish in the face of this. The cryptocurrency market could benefit from the anticipated Fed rate cuts in May. So much is happening in crypto. Let's go coin by coin, project by project. Let me update you. Get these altcoins on your radar. Doing big things. Solana. Chapter 2 crypto phone reaches 60,000 pre-orders. So Chapter 2 is the successor to Solana's hit crypto phone Saga. This reached 60,000 pre-orders ahead of its tentative 2025 rollout. Now, a lot of people are excited about the Solana Chapter 2 phone because they see it as a way for them to get first access to certain airdrops, like what happened with Bonk. And it really is impressive to witness Solana's tech nowadays. It's really impressive to see the Solana network process transactions through a record demand spike without a hitch. So the vertical line is the time of the Jupe token launch airdrop, and they handled it fine. Next up is to implement a coherent fee mechanism to improve the user experience, dynamic base fees to modulate demand, scheduler improvements to respect priority fees. This reduces the load on the network and RPCs while giving users better guarantees that their higher paying transactions will land instead of other lower paying transactions. Firedancer fixes this. Firedancer is Solana's big upgrade. Solana's founder, Anatoly Yakovenko, speaks on what Firedancer means for Solana on the Lightspeed podcast. Listen to this.
Firedancer is running on 8 cores, I think, and like 16 gigs of RAM. So the hardware requirements that you see on Solana could be much, much lower. What that tells me is not that we should lower the hardware requirements, is that we should figure out if there's bugs in the Labs client that we haven't fixed yet and double the capacity of the network. If we can quadruple the compute units per block right now and the network is fine, it's like free growth. Like, why wouldn't we do it? We don't need 1 million TPS, but we need to keep doubling it every 2 years.
Ripple versus the SEC jumping back into the news as the judge orders Ripple to hand over financial documents after requests from the SEC. What is this about? Do not worry, XRP holders. These are the details. This is what you need to understand. A U.S. district judge has ordered Ripple to produce additional information about the company's financials and institutional sales of XRP, handing a win to the Securities and Exchange Commission. Is this a win? I'm not so sure this is such a big win for the SEC. The regulator, as you recall, sued Ripple more than 3 years ago over what it said were unregistered sales of XRP. Last year, the conclusion of that case, the Southern District Court of New York and the judge, Torres, ruled that sales of XRP to institutional investors were unlawful security sales, but blind bid sales to retail or even XRP, the asset itself, were not securities. So on Monday, the court granted the SEC's motion to compel Ripple to produce more information so the court can determine appropriate penalties for the institution. So this is just a continuation of the verdicts that we already knew about. I would not say this is a huge win for the Securities and Exchange Commission. Ripple is still up versus the SEC, and what Ripple has done for the crypto space at large is still huge. Props to Ripple, you'll get through this. Great day for adoption, especially of the Ethereum domain name service, as ENS collaborates with GoDaddy to link web domains with blockchain names. Ethereum name service, .eth domain names, have partnered with domain registrar GoDaddy to allow users to link their domain names to ENS totally free, aiming to connect the DNS protocol used by all traditional websites with the blockchain-based names. The collaboration will bridge the gap between traditional DNS and blockchain tech with no additional costs or technical expertise required for users. And with that, we have seen 500 million in Ethereum being withdrawn from cryptocurrency exchanges just in the past week, with 1.2 billion Ethereum outflowing from centralized exchanges over the past month. I think Ethereum is gearing up for a rally in 2024. I think something like this could happen, something like this. Or should we be looking at alternative ecosystems like that of Cardano? Cardano garners 50% of Ethereum's search rate on YouTube globally, according to Google Trends. Content is being consumed, fueling the discovery and growth of the ADA ecosystem. And actually, Cardano has a big upgrade coming up in Q1 of this year. So Cardano has a nice little catalyst going for it this quarter. However, coins like Avalanche, Optimism, and Aptos all have unlocks coming out this month. I want you to be aware of exactly when these coins unlock, how much of their circulating supply this is, and just all the information related to this. February, we will see 800 million of unlocks from Avalanche, Optimism, Aptos, and more. So Aptos will unlock nearly 25 million tokens worth 222 million at current prices on February 11th, representing over 7% of the token's circulating supply. Aptos is an L1 network that is similar to Sui. It grew out of Facebook's Libra project. Next, the Sandbox will unlock 205 million tokens worth 88 million at current prices on February 14th. Happy Valentine's Day, representing 9% of the token's circulating supply. The Sandbox is a metaverse platform on which users can buy virtual plots of customizable land. Avalanche will unlock 9.5 million tokens worth 344 million at the current prices on February 21st. The tokens represent 2.6 of the circulating supply, 2.6% of circulating supply, and will bring the total portion of unlocked AVAX tokens to 60%. Finally, on February 28th, not the last day of the month, as this year is a leap year, Optimism will unlock 24 million tokens worth $72 million at current prices, representing 2.5% of the Ethereum L2 network tokens circulating supply. And then smaller unlocks happening this month include ApeCoin on February 16th, Monta Network and Oasis Network on February 18th, and Space Token on February 21st. And no crypto ad spots are expected for the Super Bowl this year. BMW, Budweiser, State Farm, Oreo, DoorDash, and Hellmann's Mayonnaise are reportedly planning to advertise for the big game. Food, cars, AI, and crypto are not. Here's Larry David reflecting on his FTX Super Bowl commercial. Interesting.
Yeah. I asked people, friends of mine who were well versed in this stuff, should I do this ad? Is there anything wrong with this, me doing this? Is this okay? And they said, yeah, this is totally on the up and up. Yeah, it's fine, do it. So, like an idiot, I did it. But, I'm in a class action lawsuit, which I would love to be part of, because part of my salary was in crypto. So I lost a lot of money, yeah.
Hey, if you're interested in making money, make sure you join our team at Altcoin Daily. My name is Aaron. We post one video every day, keeping you informed of the entire cryptocurrency market. Subscribe to our channel, get yourself an edge in the cryptocurrency market. I'll see you tomorrow.